Man,
So
we got to find that clip and put that.
Well, that's the truth.
Amazing.
Back in 23, and I'll have to go back. It was late. It was about this time because I remember, if you remember,
It was before the end of the year.
I was before the end of the year, and I started to buy them, and it was about 15 too. It was a lot. What I'm trying to tell you is there is an opportunity right now, right in front of your face, to burr and to get cheap properties that need rehab. Okay, it's now. It ain't going to be in 2 years when the rate comes back down and the prices go back up. We talked a little bit last week about this interest rate is not going to stay. You need to collect good properties. If I could buy 20 right now with a terrible interest rate, if I had them, I'd buy 20 right now.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to the Investor's Guide of Memphis Real Estate. I'm your host, Dean Harris, and as always, I'm with Douglas Skipworth. How you, buddy?
Hey man, doing great.
We're bringing you this podcast to give you the boots on the ground knowledge to be a successful real estate investor here in Memphis, Tennessee. Like and subscribe to the Investor's Guide of Memphis Real Estate on our YouTube channel, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, wherever you want to listen to the show. The show sponsored our listener on the screen below. We would not be able to run our personal rental business, do this podcast without these guys. They're a crucial part of our business. Trump Construction, River City Title, CoreLand Financial, CrestCore Property Management, and Will Griffin with Griffin, Clift, Everton, and Mashmeyer. I help buyers and sellers every day, guys. If you have any questions, you need to sell anything, buy anything, Dean at CrestCore.com. I'll send you our profile, buyer profile link that you can fill out and start to receive the deals that we source every day. How you doing?
Hey, it's great.
Yeah, today's exciting. We're in a bit of a lull. We're in a funny time right now where I believe in our market, our investment market. I'm talking about funny time in our investment market here in Memphis, that you can get a deal. I'm in the driver's seat every day of buying, selling, slinging deals is a term we've used. Every day I sit in that driver's seat, and I'm realizing right now we're in a little bit of a frozen patch. Yeah. Which for this time of year can be a little spooky,
Right,
since we're around the
That's
house.
right. Yes.
So it can be it could be a horror flick even.
Yes.
But we're frozen now, and I feel like there's an opportunity out there for you to grab a deal at a price that is not going to be there in 3 to 6 months, maybe by the first of the year. So I believe we're going to see prices go up later this year and into first of the year. We're going to see a rate decrease
Next week.
again. Yeah, I think
mortgages have started coming down.
Yeah, so it's going to happen again. So that's going to increase demand, and I think that over a period of time that you're going to see prices begin to go up. Sellers are going to realize that the buyers are back out there again, and here we go. It's not happening right now, though. I'm not seeing any sellers go, hey, let's jack up the price. There's so many buyers out there. I'm actually and sellers are still taking lower offers. We're right in that thing right now where I'm telling you, it is in a time where if you want to get a deal, it is now.
Yeah, it's an interesting time. I tried to look at some of the stats, and inventory it is a little bit lower this month than it was at the end of the last couple months, which it had, I don't want to say it peaked and it's come down. Now, whether it goes up or not, we'll see, but it was at the highest point it had been in 6 or 7 years, but it's gone down since then. Yep. Slightly, but it's gone down. It's not as high as it was the past 2 months.
What's that tell you? They're out there. Sharks are out there, man. Whenever there's more food to eat, they seem to be eating it.
Yes. And there were more sales this year I'm just looking at September. It was, to your point, in September, it was 13% more sales volume than last year. And the prices were up 7% compared to last year. Okay. So people were doing things. And we saw the Fed cut the interest rate. The mortgage rates went down. Yeah. They're projecting to go down again because of another cut. Yeah. So things are kind of happening. We're at 3 months of inventory, which is right on the cusp of a seller's market.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're about to switch back over. It's a short-lived day for you buyers out there, man.
It's
you
what
better
it
dance
sounds
and dance
like.
hard. I mean, really, but that's
what all the data saying.
That's what the data is
and
saying.
what you're saying anecdotally, like sitting in that seat, seeing it all day, every day.
I believe we're going to. I think we're at our bottom again. It happened in 23. Remember, I told you I bought a bunch of houses and I was going to refi them. I'm just finishing that up now. But I think we're right back into that.
Yeah.
I think we're in a pricing right now, which is higher than then.
Prices are higher and rates are lower.
Oh my God. And
which is exactly what you said. You said, I'm going to buy these houses at this high rate at a lower price because it's going to change and I'm going to be a lower rate at a higher price.
And right now you are. I'm doing it because it did.
Man, so we got to find that clip and put that.
Well, that's the truth.
Amazing.
Back in 23, and I'll have to go back. It was late. It was about this time because I remember. If you remember,
it was before the end of the year.
I was before the end of the year, and I started to buy them, and it was about 15 too. It was a lot. What I'm trying to tell you is, there is an opportunity right now, right in front of your face, to burr and to get cheap properties that need rehab. Okay, it's now. It ain't going to be in 2 years when the rate comes back down and the prices go back up. We talked a little bit last week about this interest rate is not going to stay. You need to collect good properties.
Yeah.
If I could buy 20 right now with a terrible interest rate, if I had them, I'd buy 20 right now.
Yeah.
And then when the rate comes down sooner or later, I'm not going to make any money on these. It's going to be terrible cash flow. Might even you refinance.
It's the same strategy. We've talked about this before. It's the same strategy of hard money.
And I'm a little more animated about this topic than normal.
Because it's what you yourself are doing right this second.
It is what's happening today. With this podcast, I don't know how to be any more animated without coming across as a weirdo. I just can't tell you how serious and how
the competition is low and the opportunity is big.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Probably more than I should have. But I was able, but I was like, hey, I don't.
When are you going to get this chance again to buy these houses for this price?
No.
That's what you said. You sat right there and said
$80,000. They needed 20 to 30.
And they needed rehab and they were worth this and they're never going to be worth less than this.
I'm actually looking at one today for like 97. Why? Because I know in 2 years from now, it's going to be 120. Right? I mean,
it's on its way.
In the same area.
It's on its way.
But I'm willing to pay it because it works and the numbers are there. I just got to figure it all out. But still, my point is, I believe, going back to our notes here, this is so easy for us to get right off. Good. But going back to the notes, I believe we're going to have a towards the end of the year with another rate decrease. We're going to have prices settle and start to go up. There's going to be excitement. There's going to be consumer excitement come at the first of 2026 because I think we're going to see another rate decrease in January.
Sounds like it.
To kick the year off. Now, after that, who knows?
Right.
But after that, to kick the year off, you don't tell me that come springtime, you're not going to have a lot more activity.
Oh, man, that'd be great.
So I feel like now, if you want to be different, if you want to zig when others zag, we've talked about that. When you want to be a little more savvy than the next guy, pick up a few houses before the end of the year at this price point, and then let's look back. If we can find that clip, I'll help Alec try to find it. But I mean, it was from back in late in 2023. And we spoke specifically about doing just that now. I think we're going through it right now.
Again, another opportunity.
This is opportunity. I highlighted that. I want you to know when I come on this podcast and I talk about opportunities and timeframes and different things like that, we're in one right now. Right now. I would start sourcing deals and receiving the houses that we source every day right now. If you're even remotely coming close to thinking about it.
Making offers.
Yeah. I've talked to several investors this week already. Weren't necessarily ready to go now. When I'm talking to them and pointing this out and then showing you a deal that, makes a lot of sense on paper now and look at what it's going to be in a couple of years based on history, then we're getting offers. And people are going, okay, yes, now I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Because there's a ton of people listening right now saying, I'm an investor. I'm live too. I'm active. There's just no deals. There's no cash flow. You're not looking hard enough. But my point is like there's a lot of guys and gals out there sitting there that they are ready if they find the right deal in the right time. Why not get a 9-meter head start on the 100-meter race?
Yeah.
Why not just have a little bit of an edge that somebody else is not going to have because you paid attention and listened and followed along and started to make some offers? I mean, the worst thing you can do is not do anything about it. You know what I mean? The worst thing you can do is nothing. Make an offer.
Make an offer.
Committed to anything.
And we've talked about this a dozen times. And I think there was a couple episodes ago where we did CrestCore custom CrestCore buyer profile.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you talk about, hey, fill this out.
Yep.
And then you start getting these emails.
Yeah.
We talked about how easy it is to fill out buyer profile, how great the emails are. But what's even better is how simple it is to make offers from those emails or other properties you find on your own. You're finding off-market deals for them and on-market deals. Just the instructions are there. Get in touch with the team. Monica, Julius, they'll write you up an offer.
Today in 10 minutes.
And then you get it under contract. There's inspection contingencies in there. If you need it, I think we'll talk about this. You can have an inspection contingency. Yeah. You can have an appraisal contingency. You can have a financing contingency if you need it. There are all types of ways
to protect you. To
protect yourself. Now, it's probably stronger if you're all cash. Lower contingencies.
Hey, just try me. Like if you know what I mean? Like I'm telling you to make lower offers and I'm telling you to come in a little more aggressive and I'm telling you it's the time. Just try it. There's no commitment. There's no nothing. You don't sign up for me. There's no money. There's no contracts. There's no nothing. I have to sign a buyer's agency agreement for the house that we are writing the offer on.
And there's a great episode on that exclusive buyer agency.
Yeah. We just released it a couple of weeks ago. But and you don't have to sign anything else. There's nothing. So
so what do you have to? We've talked about this before as well. It's like, we know people who are literally sitting in their classroom making offers. Their high school class making offers because it's that easy. It's that easy. Man. And your team makes it that easy. And then you just, if you work the seller to get the deal that you need to make it work. And if it works, or you don't.
One of the things that I've targeted and I said, if now's the time, would be houses that are 60 plus days on the market.
Okay.
30 plus days on the market, especially 60s. There are investors and there are sellers and there are listing agents out there right now telling me to bring them offers 60 plus days, 125 list price. Want to go in at 110, want to go in at 105. We need somewhere. Let's go. I'm never been more, I don't know what the word is. Alec will probably have some kind of good. But I don't what the word is about how I'm trying to encourage and tell people to be a little bit more aggressive.
I can see that.
Or that buyer. If you're the person that says, I'm live, I'm active, I'm ready when we find the deal.
There are no deals. Here's the deal.
The deal.
Make the deal.
Make the deal happen. So if it's 130 list price, 110, what is the deal? Is it 100?
Yeah, you seem more willing to accept lower offers. We're willing to represent you to make lower offers than you ever. Then it's been a while since we've seen
2 or 3 years ago, 1 year ago, whatever. A while back, I would have said, "Hey, if you're not within a few percentage points of the list price, you're not going to get it.
It's not worth writing it.
It's not worth writing. It's not going to get it." I'm not telling you that now. I'm telling you the polar opposite.
Hey, sellers are willing to do that. And we've seen it in property management. Accidental landlords, people who can't sell their the house, so they come and be a landlord. So you're saying
I have over 60 active listings right now, and I guarantee you over half of them would say, I'm willing to make a deal if it makes sense.
Yeah.
I get the follow-ups. We send follow-ups weekly to our listing. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just... I'm in that. We're right in that time. So take it for what it's worth. I would suggest getting busy and trying to educate yourself, if nothing else, on what's out there. Structure your offers to be a little bit more favorable. Quick closings, as is sales, cash, hard money financing versus just loans and different things like that. So if you really want to try to get ahead, make your offer, make it easy on the seller who is likely a little more desperate than what they have been to sell. So if they look at an offer, in the golden age where sellers are just the king of the castle and they can do anything, everyone's submitting cash or low contingency offers, trying to make them all clean.
At or above list price.
Right.
Yep.
Now, we're not seeing that. They think they can beat sellers up totally. Yes. And in some ways you can. You
look at listings all day, every day.
All day.
I don't. I saw one the other day, and it said something, the realtor notes. I mean, it's like, here's the list price, brand new rehab, right? That, and seller will contribute X towards closing costs.
Man, it's been a long time since you've seen that.
Yes, I was years. Man, is that where we are?
Yes.
That sellers are leading with that. Like you leave that as something to negotiate, but they have to lead with that.
Because this is that time, and I keep trying to tell everybody, like, that's what they're still sticking it out there for their price in case no one's slashing prices. But they're getting it out there. And if you're offering lower and you're catching that fish on the hook, then you can get a deal. I've contracted, so I'm not talking out of both sides of my mouth.
This is so
I've
good.
contracted 2 in 10 days.
Personally.
Yes. So
for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hadn't bought anything in several months.
Yeah.
But
you've had a lot going on.
I've had a lot going on, but I still would have taken a deal.
Yeah.
But I'm getting this sense right now that right at this moment is the time to start pumping out some offers. I'm probably going to send out a dozen offers in the next 2 weeks. And that's a ton for me.
That's what I've been thinking. Yeah.
Ton.
Wow.
And they're all going to be low. And I don't mean 50 cents on the dollar.
Right.
So don't, please don't come at me with that. But if we're talking 150,000 sales price and you want to come in at 125 because we're unsure what's going on, let's do it. 130 and we want to do 112. Come on. I'm not getting the door slammed in my face. So,
right.
That's basically it. I just wanted to get this point out today that we're in this position, we're in this spot in our market where, I thought it was a good title to talk about. Are you wasting this? Are you wasting an opportunity? Horror story for me before we end this one.
Yeah.
Just on this topic, you can look this up. DeSoto Village and Twin Lake subdivision in DeSoto County, Mississippi. That's Twin Lakes and DeSoto Village, 2 subdivisions. Horn Lake, Mississippi. Yeah. Probably 2,500 houses in both subdivisions. Mm-hmm. Huge area. 2010, 11, I was working with another agent who helped me get a little taste of the investment world and passed a few investor clients over to me. And I began to look and search, and they said, "Hey, Dean, we want to be in Horn Lake." Okay, great. What do you want? Anything under 50 grand. Okay. I'd search $0 to $50,000. And at any given time, there would be 15 to 30, 3-bedroom, 1.5 to 2 bath houses that were brick, 12 to 1,500 square feet that needed 25,000 in work. So if you didn't hear me, those were 1,500 square feet, 3 1.5 and 3 2s, brick, 1 story for under 50 grand that needed 25. So there's the horrific opportunity of missing out on a $30,000 house that needed 30,000. At the time would rent for 800.
Yeah, that's right. I was thinking 750, 800.
And here's the horror. Yeah. Right now, those are worth 140 to 150 grand.
Renting for 1,500.
Renting for $1,500. And it's staring me right in the face. And I wasn't keen enough to know right now is the time to start your rental business. I wasn't even in it then or buying then. I just started to sell. So it was like, it would have taken somebody to do me a huge favor to wake me up at that point. But here I am doing you a huge favor.
You don't want to do that again.
Up at this point.
Been there, done that.
Time to try to take advantage of something in some situation, because in 10 years and 12 years or whatever, will it be that much? I don't have any idea. Worth a lot more, renting for a lot more. Those are facts. So
you were going to wish you had done it.
You're going to wish you had done it.
Which is exactly where you are.
Yes, which is exactly where you are. So great topic today. Let's try not to waste this opportunity. If you have any questions, Dean@CrestCore.com. I can get you our buyer profile link. We'll show the icon or decal up here to get you pointed in the right direction. So anything else on this?
That's great.
Guys, thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time.